so awesome. Now, some of you, you can't believe it. What you think you're hearing. What you heard a rumor that Malik Zulu Shabazz is not going to be the chairman, that he's resigning from the chairmanship. You start going into shock. How am I going to make it? Who's going to be our leader? Nobody can replace him. Oh, woe is me. Look, there's no need to fall into shock. There's no need to fall into anxiety. There's no need to fall into depression. You can get sneaky if you want. Be as sneaky as you want. You can be as crafty as you want. And some of you can be as wicked as you want. But I'm asking all of you who are with me and who have been with me and believe in what I'm teaching, I want you to unite as one black God. All of those who believe in the way I've led this organization, I want you to unite in one arm, leg, arm, head, one God force. And when you plan, the enemy plan also, and his plans will mean nothing to the God plan. Okay? So, don't worry. Don't worry. I will never leave you by yourself. I will never leave you without guidance. I'm not that kind of man. Now, the book of Ecclesiastes in the 3rd chapter, to the Quran telling us by the time, surely man is in loss except those who believe and do good or join one another to patience. Okay, so now what time is it? It's a time for change. What time is it? It's a time for transition. What time is it? It's a time for transformation. What time is it? It's time for Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz to go up, not down. I'm going up the ladder, not down. I'm going up in my mission, higher in my mission, not down. But for those that don't follow this message will fall into loss. For those of you who do follow this message, which means to be patient, exhort, meaning to encourage others to be patient right now. God damn it, pardon my language. Astaghfirullah. Be patient. That's the number one thing I want you to do emotionally. I don't care what any hypocrite or disbeliever or FBI or CIA or enemy does. Be patient. Be patient with your mouth, patient with your fingers, patient with your tongue. Be patient. As the 5%ers say, listen, observe, and respect. Do the knowledge. Watch your mouth, watch your fingers, and you'll make it just fine. Because the disbeliever is going to go right to typing, right to calling, and right to planning, and you'll be able to see them plain and clear. By the time, surely man is in loss except those who believe and do good and join one another to patience. Do good. The second instruction here is to do good by each other. And I'm going to tell you in the course of this message what doing good by each other is. But first of all, you already got it. We must be brothers and sisters to each other. We must love each other. Above all, in the new Black Panther Party, we must make a change now and love each other more than we hate each other. We must talk to each other more than we talk at each other. We must hug each other, embrace each other, come sit with each other, dialogue with each other more than we are willing to attack and criticize and dog out each other. You must change. I cannot come here on this radio and sugarcoat you like you're all that. And because the enemy is listening on the line and other snakes are listening on the line, I am a man of character. I will never put your dirty laundry in the public. I will never dog you out in the public. We family, and we got some family business that is not appropriate to be discussed on this phone line at this time. But suffice to say that we must have change and we must love ye one another. As Jesus teaches us in the scripture, love ye one another. There's a time, so be patient. Do good. And you, above all, you must believe. The history that I'm about to run down for you is more than a mustard seed that you can have faith in. You have been given during this administration of myself, the student of Dr. Khalid Muhammad, and you have been given under the administration of Dr. Khalid Muhammad, and you have been given the teachings of Khalid Abdul Muhammad more than enough to believe in. And I'm here to tell you straight up, if you believe in what Dr. Khalid has taught, what I have taught you from Dr. Khalid, and what God has given you myself to teach you, and what I'm giving you on this phone line tonight, you will be successful. You will be successful. And if you don't, you will not. If you rebel against this message, you will meet disaster. Now, let's take a look at this administration. Let's take a look at the last 12 years of the new Black Panther Party under Chairman Malik Zulu Shabazz, his chief of staff, his right hand, his brother, Minister Hashim Nzinga. In these last 5-6 years, the national spokesmanship and the very capable stewardship and helpership of Minister Sean Kwali and all of you others who I love very much, man. I love y'all. This is not an easy message to deliver, but on one hand, it's really a joyous day. If you will bear with me through this message, it's a joyous day. I don't want anybody out there crying. Don't get down. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Let's go back and look at the history of these 12 years. Now, I began in the new Black Panther Party. I learned about the new Black Panther Party in 1994 when Minister Hashim Nzinga was in Los Angeles, California, with Minister Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was shot by James Best in Riverside. Minister Hashim Nzinga was with him and secured him and then got him out of Los Angeles, eventually into Dallas, Texas, I believe by the way of Milwaukee. And there it was a small group of determined and strong men in the new Black Panther Party I met, and they secured us at a time when we had no security. I came in to meet Minister Khalid in Dallas, Texas, and that's where in 1994 I met the new Black Panther Party. I met a brother named Isaac, who is now known as Hakeem Muhammad, and I met the others, those who were at the root of the new Black Panther Party. I never had any intention of joining the new Black Panther Party. I respected the new Black Panther Party. But I had met Minister Louis Farrakhan on my college campus, and I had become taught by Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad and close with Dr. Khalid Muhammad. And so my organizing experience was in the student movement and also in the Nation of Islam. I knew what a strong national organization looked like from looking up inside the Nation of Islam and seeing up close, up high, up top, how that organization was run. And so I respected the new Black Panther Party, but I never had any intention on joining. And to be honest, I wasn't that impressed by it. It was good, it was strong, but it wasn't strong enough necessarily for me. It became attractive and strong enough for me when, like many of you who are on this phone line, it became attractive to us. When it became chaired by, led by our minister, our teacher, our flamethrower, our one and only minister and Dr. Khalid Muhammad. And when he was elected as the chairman in 1998, around the time that he spearheaded those spectacular Jasper, Texas maneuvers, this was after Greenville, but when he was officially elected or appointed and anointed as the new Black Panther Party chairman, then still it took me another year or so before I decided to join up with him in the new Black Panther Party. Because to be very honest, I already had a revolutionary career that was going well. I was already known as the student warrior from Howard University. My programs and venues was on national TV. Some of you watched them to this very day. I already had a base in Washington, D.C. I had my hands full, and I had my own style and way of doing things in Unity Nation. And then in 1996, I founded Black Lawyers for Justice. And upon founding Black Lawyers for Justice, I still had my own platform, my own venue. I had over 3,000 stacked and packed in the Scripture Cathedral, October 28th, 1996, as Black Lawyers for Justice hosted then a man who I was giving legal advice to, O.J. Simpson. And every major media in the world was there. So anybody who have ever believed in the Black Panther Party or in this new Black Panther Party or whoever you are, who you think that the new Black Panther Party made me, you out of your goddamn mind. Now, there's where you seriously need some psychotropic meds. Because I was talking to the world and organizing and on the front lines long before I decided myself to follow Minister Khalid Muhammad into the new Black Panther Party. And so I was there in Jasper, Texas with Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I was baptized, and I became then very impressed with the new Black Panther Party, taking a militant stand against white supremacists and white racists. I like the heart of the party, and I like the determination and the grit, and of course, being a nationalist, I just like the militancy in general. And so there are my origins. Million U March in New York, a showdown and a throwdown with Giuliani all summer, in the courtrooms and on the streets, and finally at the Battle Royale, Saturday, September 5th, 1998, the throwdown with the New York Police Department, here in this span since 1998. Here also in my tenure with the Panther Party. Then building the new Black Panther Party with Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, appointed as his national spokesman, and before that, his National Minister of Justice. And in those days of 98, 99, I remember a determined Dr. Khalid Muhammad, sometimes on the Greyhound bus, in and out of New York, and Detroit, and Washington, D.C., and other cities, building the new Black Panther Party, building as best he can. And not so coincidentally, all while he's building in these years, 1998, 1999, and the year 2000, hypocrites on his heels and sending him little punk-ass letters like they send emails today,